Hey you guys, today I'm gonna do a requested video which is a all-encompassing shopping guide to Disneyland, but first I want to tell you about a new Disney app that is actually sponsoring this video that you guys would maybe be interested in. It's called Disney Amino and it is a community social network for Disney fans, but they have Aminos for a bunch of other stuff that you're probably interested in, but let me tell you a little bit more about the Disney Amino. So on the front page there's a lot of different things that people are posting, like top 5 lists, or their Disney cosplays, or their Disney arts and crafts, and then there's also public chats that are themed for different things like Marvel, Hannah Montana, princesses, Zootopia. I'm really into looking at other people's Disney bounds or Disney cosplays, and there's stuff for that on the Disney Amino, and then you could also have one, I'm not saying you should, but you could also have one for Thingamavlogs if you wanted a public chat about Thingamavlogs. John Cozart has one, paint right here. And like I said, they have these communities for all sorts of things, and you can even create your own Amino for something you're interested in. It's available for iOS and Android, but I'm making it super easy for you guys and just linking to it in the description box below, so if you're on your phone you can just click it and download it from there. But it's really fun, and I know a lot of you expressed frustration at not being able to find Disney fans at your school or in the town that you live in, so this is another way other than YouTube and through my videos that you can meet other Disney fans and talk about the things that you love and share the things that you're doing. Now let's move on to Disney shopping. So one of you guys suggested I do this video, and I thought it was a really good idea because I don't want any of you to be wasting time looking for something at Disneyland that you want to buy. It's just gonna take away from your time going on rides and seeing shows and meeting characters, so I'm gonna give you kind of a overview of where certain things are at Disneyland so that when you're on your quest to get that item you're dying to get, you kind of know exactly where to find it. While a lot of Disneyland merch, namely the ones with the years on it, can be found in a lot of main stores in each land, lands do have land-specific themed merch. For example, anything Star Wars you want to get, go to Tomorrowland. There will be a limited selection of Star Wars merchandise available at the Emporium and World of Disney, but if you want to know where all of it is, the entire collection of Disney Parks Star Wars merchandise, go to the Star Trader in Tomorrowland. Working in the Emporium, the number one thing that I heard people say was that all throughout their day they would go to different lands and be like, oh, I want princess stuff, like, oh, I want Star Wars stuff, and the people in those stores would be like, don't worry, you can get all of it in the Emporium at the end of the day. And that is not always true, and it made it really difficult for us Emporium cast members who had to be like, oh, nope, that item is only available in the Star Trader, and it was just the worst. Like I said, princess merch, go to Fantasyland, Enchanted Chamber, the store inside Sleeping Beauty Castle, the store in Fantasy Fair. They all have the little girl princess outfits, they have the princess dolls. Frontierland and Adventureland have themed merchandise. Adventureland has a lot of stuff made out of wood. They have wind chimes, they have beaded dolls, they have stuff that is animal print, and they have a wider selection of plush. They have plush that's of just wild animals, like not Disney characters, just like an elephant, a cheetah, things like that. South Seas Traders in Adventureland also has Roxy merchandise and a lot of more like sportswear, like Billabong, things like that. Then it's the only store I think that has stuff like that. And the Indiana Jones store in Adventureland is the only place where you can get certain things like Indiana Jones hats. I don't know if they sell the whips anymore actually, but they used to have the Indiana Jones whips there. Frontierland is similar. They have some Frontierland specific merch, like a shirt with Goofy as a cowboy on it, cowboy hats, all the cowboy stuff. And in Frontierland and Tomorrowland, there are pin specific stores. In Tomorrowland, it is Little Green Men's Store Command, and in Frontierland, it is Westward Ho. They sell only pins and pin accessories like lanyards and books, and there are other stores, like there's one on Main Street, but it's much smaller, and they do sell pins in the Emporium and in Downtown Disney, but these are pin-specific stores, so if you're looking for limited edition pins or new pin releases, go to one of those too. There's actually also one in New Orleans Square. I forgot about that. New Orleans Square has a lot of specialty stores. Not only do they have Pieces of 8, which is where most of the Parts of the Caribbean merch can be found, but they also have a store that has most of the Haunted Mansion merch, and they also have a glass store where they blow glass and they sell glass things with names and pictures etched on them, and a lot of Swarovski crystal little figurines. They also have a perfume store in New Orleans Square. Those stores are actually not owned by Disney, fun fact. They're like contracted stores to make the theming of the land really authentic, which is awesome. Critter Country I wouldn't say has that much specific merchandise other than Winnie the Pooh stuff. It's probably mostly over there, but they do have the Honey Spot Spot, which is kind of the same as Candy Palace on Main Street. So if you find yourself all the way back in Critter Country and you want a sweet treat and you think you have to walk all the way back to Main Street to get it, you don't. The Honey Spot has it, and a lot of people like forget about the Honey Spot. It's also probably a lot less crowded than the Candy Palace at most times. They make the treats over there too. It's not just the packaged candy. They have the Tigger Tails and the peanut brittle and all the stuff that they actually make in Disneyland. They have it at the Honey Spot also. And finally, Main Street itself, while it is famous for having the Candy Palace and the Emporium, which are the biggest places to get a lot of merch, they have a lot of specialty stores on Main Street as well. On the other side of the street across from Emporium is a store called Clothiers and also Chester Drawers, which sells kind of higher scale Disney clothing. Like they sell the polos for dads and the button-up shirts for dads, and then they have a lot of like designer Disney stuff. They have the Dooney bags over in Clothiers and stuff like that. They also have, like I said, the small pin shop on the other side of the street, and they also have a store that sells Disney DVDs and Disney soundtracks, specifically in a one store across the street. They also have the photo supply store where you can buy your PhotoPass photos and photo accessories. People don't know you can buy camera chargers, you can buy batteries, you can buy SD cards and sunscreen in the photo supply store. They also have a baby store full of baby toys and baby clothes and baby things. And they also have a store that sells more glassware, the Precious Moments collection, and Christmas decorations during that season. It's all on the east side of Main Street. So that is my mini rant or informative video on all of your shopping needs at Disneyland, where to go to get the stuff you want, where certain things are gonna be. It's just a general summary. I know some of you maybe are thinking, oh, I have a trip coming up and I really want to get this kind of thing, but you didn't mention it in this video. Leave it in the comments below and I will definitely tell you where you can get it. If I don't know, I will try to find out for you. But that's just a general summary. Trying to save the Emporium and World of Disney cast members some slack by helping people find out where they can get the stuff that they want throughout Disneyland Park. Also, it's worth noting that if you're staying in one of the Disney hotels and you're not on your last day of your stay, you can have stuff sent to your hotel. You can also do package hold, so you don't have to carry around your stuff the whole day. You can also even have stuff shipped to your home if you so desire. And I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye! Disneyland this week, they posted their new costume guidelines for Mickey's Halloween party.